Oh, sorry. That's for a Democrat show.
Let me know when you're ready.
Was an extremely great conservative commentator. We're tearing it up on Wednesday night. This is awesome. This
will allow me to retort.
Well, this is Jersey Joe for the Reaver of Common Sense show. I'm on shrmedia.com.
Actually, I just totally screwed up. This show contains language that some viewers may find offensive. Listener discretion is advised. And now on to the...
Conservative media done right. You're listening to the SHR Media Network.
And welcome to the Reaver of Common Sense show. I'm your host, Jersey Joe, and I'm here to make sense out of the senseless. That's right. You're right here on SHR Media. We are broadcasting through Rumble, which will be SHR Media, YouTube, Reaver of Common Sense, Facebook, SHR Media, Twitter, Twitch now, and TikTok. Well, TikTok for the time being, they are starting to piss me off. And why is that restarting? Oh, that's weird. My tablet just decided to turn off, I guess. Restart. We got our new travel mugs in. You can get yours. Actually, if you go to TikTok for right now, well, they keep their shit up. I will dump them like a bad habit. They got a little pissy and pulled one of my videos. They didn't like what I had to say. And I talked about the censorship of Republicans and how the Democrats are using the media to silence Republicans, especially during the election. And I got election integrity was why they were pulling it. That's what exactly I'm talking about, you dumb fucks. Oh, my God, these idiots. I swear, they probably just looked at the headline. Oh, my God. Because that's what they did one other time. They took down one of my videos. They said it went against their rules. Okay. So I changed the title and put the exact same video up. That was over a week ago, and it's still up and running. No issue. I don't understand this. All right. So you can talk about integrity. You don't want misinformation. And this goes for Facebook, too. They allow flat earth. Let that sink in. You're allowed to talk about flat earth and argue that the earth is flat. But they don't want misinformation out. No, it's just another way for them to say we are censoring what we want to censor. Also, if you're listening and you're watching live, jump on in at chats. We got the chat for, let's see, YouTube. Let's see, Twitch, Facebook. We have TikTok and Rumble. I got everything set up. I'm actually happy. I'm doing pretty good. Knock on wood. I'm doing pretty good for the show. I had a pretty good week. Mother's here. And it's been a very fun time. It's nice to see her after not seeing her for a while. All right, we're just going to jump right into the shit pile here. And for those that don't know, that are listening, I know I give a totally different take than a lot of your pundits out there talking. I am your everyday Joe Schmo. I'm your everyday idiot out there. I know I'm not, I say idiot, but I'm not dumb. I know that. I'm not an idiot. But I'm your everyday blue-collar worker. And I'm giving you my take on what I see for what's going on in this country and the world. I'm not going to sit there and try to be all snooty like some of these commentators. Maybe I shouldn't say. It's not that they're being snooty. They just they talk down. They try to show you how intelligent they are. I'm just going to tell you like it is. I'm going to tell you Jersey style. And now I'm going to tell you whether you like it or not, how you like it, and if it offends you, fuck you. I can't help it. That's your feelings. I'm not going to change who I am just so you can feel comfy. Oh, and you also got here we go. Got a hockey jersey done in Reaver of Common Sense style. All right. So what we're going to get to is this from a TikTok from Laura Loomer. And it goes on, New York congressional Democrats have been spending money to Judge Merchan, daughter's personal home resident in Richmond, Virginia, and deceptively distorting FEC records to cover up payments to Lauren Merchant's company. For those that don't know who Judge Merchant is, he is the one presiding over the case in New York City on Donald Trump. On the, how many felonies? I forget. Because the whole hush money case. If you know the hush money case, well, the judge's daughter is getting paid by Democrats. Laura went through the Democrat Congressman Dan Goldman's FEC disclosure form for his campaign disbursements. According to FEC records, the address that New York Democrat Congressman Dan Goldman sends his checks to when he pays Authentic Campaign is a Richmond, Virginia address that happens to be the personal home resident of Lauren Merchant, Judge Merchant's daughter. Lauren Merchant is the president of Authentic Campaigns, and her father is overseeing Trump's trial in New York City. Now we get even a little bit more cozy, and this judge ought to be either stepping out, and definitely, even if he's found guilty, Trump's found guilty, this case is going to get tossed out faster than baby's bathwater. So it goes on that, additionally, the records in the FEC was documented by Democrat New York Congressman Dan Goldman deceptively as Authentic Campaign instead of Authentic Campaigns, deliberately leaving the S off the end as a way to cover up the fact that Congressman Dan Goldman, who admitted on MSNBC last week to prepping Manhattan DA Alvin Bragg's star witness, Michael Cohen. So Michael Cohen was getting prepped by Dan Goldman, who's sending money to the daughter of the judge. Anybody see an issue with that? And if you don't, you're either just outright lying, or you're blind, or you're corrupt. Let's see. Now, she posts FTC filings. She blurs out the address so she doesn't get accused of doxing. But the address on the Schedule B FEC form for Congressman Dan Goldman as it relates to independent expenditures to Authentic Campaign is the same address listed in the Richmond, Virginia Department of Real Estate Assessors database, which lists the address as the personal resident for Lauren Merchant and her husband, Taylor Murray Harper. The home Lauren Merchant lives in, where a Democrat congressman who advised Michael Cohen before his testimony in Trump's trial, which her father is overseeing, is sending her payments to a two-story home with a value of $639,000. Records show that New York Democrat Congressman Dan Goldman has sent Lauren Merchant over $162,000, with the last payment being made on March 26, 2024, right before the Trump trial began in April 15th of 2024. This is all linked together, people. It is all linked together. It is disgusting with what is going on. I don't care if you're Democrat, Republican. I don't care if this was Biden on trial and the Republicans were doing this. I would call out this bullshit. I don't care. This is not about right versus left. This is about right versus wrong. And that's what the wrong is going on. And it just... This judge should recuse immediately. I mean, he's already given grounds for massive appeals. I mean, that's if there's even a conviction. You have MSNBC and CNN going out there admitting that there's been no evidence put forth, no crime put forth. And it hasn't. And the DA has not put forth what crime Trump has committed. Zero. And then just about every witness has given more testimony in favor of Trump. And they're the ones going and testifying for the prosecution. You have Michael Cohen. He's shit the bed. And he might be getting charged now. Possibly. It's been proven that he lied in his testimony. He lied. And it shocks me how many of these, and it's either trolls, ignorant people, or just the paid people bots going out there trying to do cover, going, oh, that was the best testimony and put the nail in Trump's coffin. He's done with. And there was a bunch of us like, what are you talking about? Even CNN has called out and said, shit, this is not good. This is not good at all. At MSNBC, from Jake Tapper all the way up, they've all sat there and said, well, they admit they hate Trump, but they're going, we couldn't convict with the evidence that has been put forth. Because what's been put forth is nothing. Nothing. Nothing at all. Oh, and now you got Stormy Daniels' husband. If Trump's found innocent, we're probably going to have to move out of the country. We might have to anybody because nobody likes us. Yeah, because your wife has lied repeatedly. I'd even say she went so far as to, I don't know if I want to say lie, but her testimony was a bunch of bullshit. She tried insinuating that Trump forced her to have sex, raped her, however you want to put it. Oh, that's right. I'm not supposed to say that word. I'm sorry. Damn, people are so fucking pussies with their what they can hear and can't hear. But that's what she was insinuating. And all her comments through the whole thing, she went on a television station and adamantly put that it was consensual. But now she wants to, because she's trying to damage Trump. That's all they're trying to do is damage him. And I've said it. It would not surprise me if they set up these trials. They know they don't have cases, whether it's Atlanta, New York, um, classified document case. They know they don't have cases. All they're trying to do is damage them in what? 91 indictments. And what do indictments mean? Accusations. But most people connect indictment to guilt. No. He's been accused of crimes. Doesn't mean he's done them. It's so far they haven't proved shit.
Conservative media done right. You're listening to the SHR Media Network.
You can catch the Reaver of Common Sense show right here on YouTube and Rumble every Monday and Friday at 9 p.m. Be warned, he's the one your mother warned you about.
You're listening to the SHR Media Network.
And welcome back. You're watching the Reaver of Common Sense, and I'm your host, Jersey Joe, here to make sense out of the senseless. Oh, man, it's going nuts. Also, tonight, we're going to have a doubleheader here on SHR Media because I believe it's 9 p.m. Pacific time, 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. BZ will be having a special show tonight. That's right. He will be having Lonnie on. Unfortunately, Lonnie was unavailable last night, and he decided to do it tonight. So you get a doubleheader tonight. So he will be on SHR Media through Rumble. Tune in. You know it's going to be a good time when it comes to him. Ah, dang it. I missed the launch tonight. Rats. I love watching the launches. They're fun to watch. All right, let's see. What's next? Now, there's audio from the investigation from Special Counselor Her, I think it was, and Congress was trying to get a hold of the audio. They're investigating stuff because basically they said, well, he wasn't exactly coherent and didn't make sense, yada, yada, yada. Basically saying he was not mentally able to stand trial for Biden. So they want that audio. So what does Biden do? He's trying to claim executive privilege. And hang on, I didn't know that was there. And now there's a lot of experts that are coming out and saying, well, hold the phone here. You can't just claim executive privilege to cover up what might hurt you politically. And that's the only reason why he wants it covered up, is because he knows it will hurt him politically. Nothing more, nothing less. He knows it's going to hurt him politically. It's going to make him look like an idiot. Well, he already does, but I'm also trying to look something up at the same time. What the heck? I had all this set up. I had all these computers networked together. I was looking, checking, and it was good. And now, oh boy. I wanted to set up so when I'm out on my one computer, I have a portable hard drive. Yes, I know I can go get it and plug it into this one, but I set it up as a shared drive for some stuff that I had on there that I wanted for the show. And I was going to load it up, and the connection is not there anymore, which is weird. It should be there. It really should be there. CBZ, you're not the only one. that has issues. Ha ha ha. There we go. You hear that? Yes, I do have permission. How dare you? How rude. How rude. Oh, now you're not letting me in there. How about that one? You're gonna let me. They let me in it. All right. Now let's see. Now I forgot what I was looking for. Oh, mercy, mercy, mercy. Oh boy. Because I had some videos I was going to show, but now I can't find it. Isn't that typical? You go looking for something and then you can't find it. First, I couldn't get access, and then I get access, and now I can't find it. All right. Let's go on with, sorry about that. The Biden's privilege claim to keep special counsel interview under wraps, a crude political move, experts have said. They are trying to manufacture a legal cover for something that is strictly a political decision, said one expert. President Biden's assertion of executive privilege to avoid releasing audio recordings of his interview with special counsel Robert Hur is raising eyebrows among some legal experts. And I think they just voted to hold Garland in contempt of Congress for not turning over those tapes. What's funny is nothing will happen when the Republicans find Democrats have they're charged with contempt of Congress. Nothing ever happens to that. But when Democrats charge Republicans, you go to jail for it. But no, there's no two-tier system going on. No. Presidents having classified information in their house. They want to put you in jail. A senator / vice president having documents at his house, classified documents, revealing to a autobiographer classified information, perfectly acceptable. No, there's no two-tier system. Nah. What I laugh about also is these idiots that have been in office for 30, 40, 50 years are trying to blame the man that was in office for 4 years for all the trouble. Seriously. Do they not hear themselves? Do they not hear themselves? It's... I'm trying to... Someone wrote in, who to talking to? Ooh. It blows my mind. It really does with what's going on politically. It's this two-tier. Could you imagine if Trump tried claiming executive privilege? The heads of liberals would be blowing up left, right, and center. The end of democracy. And God, we're not a democracy. That's why I find funny. It's the end of democracy. It's the end of democracy. We're not a democracy, so who gives a shit? We are a constitutional republic. Show me one fucking document that says we are a democratic country. We are a democracy. And everything. Oh my God, Trump farted. It's the end of democracy. I know that was pretty bad, but yeah, that's how bad it's getting. Everything is the end of democracy. And then there's a poll taken recently. I think it was on CNN. And more people in this country feel that Biden's second term is more hazardous to America, will do more damage to democracy. More people feel that Trump's the better choice. And these are CNN or MSNBC people, but they're left-leaning polls. And then you get Biden the other day in an interview. They're asking about the polls. Oh, you can't trust them. They're so off. 4 years ago, he loved the polls. Now that he's behind, he wants to make every goddamn excuse about it. The guy's a goddamn joke, and we all know it. It is. Biden is. I don't know how people say with a straight face that he is the man for the job. He is doing everything for the people. The only thing I've seen him do is fuck this country over repeatedly. Destroy this company. More separation. I'm going to bring us back together. Goddamn magma extremist, you violent. Yeah, that's bringing us together. And this is what really burns my ass. It really does. There is a guy on Twitter. And he is a senior executive with Really American, a grassroots political organization producing the most impactful political content every day. Join us. All right, you would ask me why I got an issue that he is with this pack. Well, Brooklyn Dad, he acts so high and mighty. He acts so superior, bashing Trump, bashing Republicans. Oh, that's one of the things. Hopefully it's there. Let me see if I can find it. Come on. I'm going to put it up in the video. And if you want to say I'm doxing, I really don't give a shit. Because it's out in public. He is a public forum on Twitter. I'm just showing you one of his tweets. So. No. All right. That's what I got to do. Hopefully you can read that. He talks about, I did over 20 years ago. And how do you know? Because I wrote about it. Since then, I've been clean, sober, and put them through college. Now, you ask me, why do I have a problem with that? Because 20 years ago, he sold his kids for crack. I don't give a flying fuck who you are. I'm glad to see he's made up with his kid. I'm glad to see he's sober. But he ought to be eating a lot more humble pie. He sold his fucking kids for crack. You don't get much lower than that in a human being. You don't get much lower. And for him to act all high and mighty, you'd think he'd be a lot more humble. And he's going to sit there and try to act all high and mighty. The guy fucking sold his kids for crack. I don't care if it was 20 years ago, 30 years ago, 5 minutes ago, 10 minutes ago. That is something unforgivable. I know I'm going to get some shit over that, and I don't care. That's my opinion. I'm only showing what is out in the public view. It's nothing private. This is what he puts out there. That screenshot was from his Twitter. It's out there in public view. And he is, let's see, senior advisor at Really American, a pact, an anti-Trump pact, basically. And he's a senior advisor. That's disgusting.
Conservative media done right. You're listening to the SHR Media Network.
You can catch the Reaver of Common Sense show right here on YouTube and Rumble every Monday and Friday at 9 p.m. Be warned, he's the one your mother warned you about.
You're listening to the SHR Media Network.
And welcome back to the Reaver of Common Sense. I am your host, Jersey Joe. You're probably listening here on Rumble or YouTube or Facebook, Twitter, Twitch. There's TikTok. There's so many ways to watch the show. Thank you for joining us. And if you're watching live, please don't forget to jump in the chat and join the conversation. As long as you're cordial, if you want to disagree, go right ahead. As long as you're cordial about it, I'm not going to take disrespect. But if you want to talk about some stuff, I'm willing to listen. All right. What are we going to do next? Don't forget, I think it's going to be 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Will be BZ. Will be on a special show tonight. That's right. The great BZ. I'm always pulling shit up and distracting myself. Ha ha ha. Trying to find. I want to make sure because he's on Rumble through SHR Media. That I do know. So it's a special double hitter. Come on. My tablet's being slow. Oh, where? Come on. Yeah, I really hate when I can't find it. There it is. BZ Bob's Cat Saloon Radio Show. Live on rumble.com. Tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 11 Eastern... 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. You can catch him with special guest Lonnie Poindexter. Tune in, grab a drink, and have fun in the saloon. All right, where were we? You know, these goddamn pop-ups. A Jewish organization is offering record financial support to help Donald Trump beat Biden. Joe Biden's wishy-washy response to the violent pro-Palestine anti-Semitic protests erupting on college campuses might end up benefiting his opponent in a more tangible way than most predicted. I predicted it. I said it. More and more Jewish people in America have grown impatient with Biden and the Democrat Party attempt to polite entitled college students and far-left activists who have quite literally advocated for the destruction of Israel. Oh, they're not calling for violence against Israel. Palestine/Hamas, same fucking thing, has turned down every single peace accord. They've turned down every ceasefire. I know recently we want a ceasefire. Yeah, Israel's getting ready to go in and wipe what is it, Rafah off the map, and then all of a sudden, yeah, they want a ceasefire. Oh, I'm getting tired. So you know what? In war, people fucking die. The whole point of going to war is to kill more of your enemy than they kill of you. Israel is not doing anything wrong. They are protecting their country. Palestine attacked Israel. And they've done it for years. And this fucking world is so much a bunch of pussies. They keep pacifying Palestine and letting Palestine get away with murder. Literally, murder. They're not talking violence. From the river to the sea. That is the destruction of the Israel state. Israel has given so many concessions to Palestine. In fact, when Israel was in control of Gaza, what was it, up to like 2005, I think it was, they backed out to try to get peace. It was thriving. Businesses, high-rises, food, water, fuel, everything. Palestine takes over / Hamas, which is what the people wanted. And all of a sudden, there's no food, there's no water, there's no fuel. And who gives it to them? Israel. I don't have the exact number, but it's tens of thousands of Palestine's people go into Israel. They did to work. Israel people are not allowed in Palestine. Muslims are allowed into Israel. Jews are not allowed into Palestine. So, I'm sorry, I don't exactly believe your bullshit when you spew it. And don't tell me, well, look at all these kids. Oh, it's just kids protesting. Bullshit. Majority of those people are fucking paid protesters and they're adults. I watched the UC protest going on the other day when the police were breaking it up. I seen more adults, and I'm talking like 40 and above, getting taken out than I seen college kids. And most of your college kids, they're not dumb. I'm not saying that, but they're very easily persuaded. The new shiny key being shaken in front of them. The new thing to rebel against. And that's why they don't give interviews. Because they don't know what the fuck they're protesting. They're just protesting. They're having fun. It's anarchy. We get to have fun. But it's not fun for the Jewish people who are scared shitless because the violence that's been perpetuated onto the Israel people and the Jewish people. And these colleges that allow it, shame on you. You're being anti-Semitic, plain and simple. And what's funny is the left doesn't like it when they get those words thrown at them. But for decades, we heard, you're a racist, you're a xenophobe, you're this, you're sexist, you're this. Yeah. Well, you're actually being a fucking anti-Semitic, you dumbasses. And you know what? It's showing in the polls. It's showing in these groups that are calling, I'm not voting for Biden. I am not voting for that asshole. Voting for Biden is a vote to destroy the Jewish people. That's exactly what it is. You vote for the Democrat Party, and you are voting for the destruction of the Jewish people. Jews always said, never again, never again. Well, voting for the Democrats, it's happening again, and they're allowing it. I don't understand how you can vote for your own destruction. Because Trump put out mean tweets. So let's vote for the destruction of our whole race. I hate this chair. I hate this chair. even with all this going on, there's still polls showing that, even though they disapprove Biden's handling of the Israel-Hamas conflict, which right there, Biden should be impeached by the Democrat standard. He should be impeached. They still, except for the Orthodox Jews who tend to support Trump, are still identifying as Democrat or at least liberals. I wish someone could explain it to me. And I don't understand. And it's so many times the Jewish people throughout the history they've been kind of subservient to those that end up doing terrible things to them. From Egypt to Germany. And there was a lot of German Jews that backed the Nazis. Whether out of fear or not, they backed the Nazis. And now they're backing, and I'm not calling Biden a Nazi, but his policy is allowing for the murder of the Jewish people on a mass scale. And it just, I can't accept it. Biden's out there again claiming 9% inflation when I got in office. He already got called out by just about every paper and news agency, including CNN and MSNBC, called him out because it wasn't 9%. It was nowhere near 9%. And he continues to lie, and the Democrat Party ignores it. They made such a fuss and accused Trump of all these lies. And, this one's got to get kicked out of office. He lied. That one lied. This one lied. We got to kick him out of office. Show me a Democrat moving their lips, and I'll show you a person that's lying. Especially when it comes to Schumer, Pelosi, Extreme Hakeem Jeffries, the original election denier. Man, they're so... And what's even worse is they think the American people are so stupid. They think you are stupid and don't. It's not like years ago where there's no goddamn video of everything. There's video of everything now, and they'll still deny him. They'll still lie about it. I just... How? How now, brown cow? He goes out there and lies about stuff that is so easy to debunk. Saying it was 9% when he came into office. Surprised he can count to 9. 1, 2, pudding, stairs, 5. It's just, it's unbelievable.
Conservative media done right. You're listening to the SHR Media Network.
You can catch the Reaver of Common Sense show right here on YouTube and Rumble every Monday and Friday at 9 p.m. Be warned, he's the one your mother warned you about.
You're listening to the SHR Media Network.
And welcome back to the Reaver of Common Sense right here on SHR Media. You can view us through Rumble, YouTube, TikTok, Twitch, Twitter, Facebook. You can also catch us. I upload all the episodes to Spreaker, iHeart, Spotify, and Apple. There's no reason for you not to be listening to the Reaver of Common Sense. I'm appearing everywhere. Yes, I am. Has anybody noticed all these political talk shows that are out there? The late night shows that have become very political. I'm talking like the Jon Stewarts, Stephen Colbert, all of them. Have you ever noticed they're comedians? And they always bashing Republicans, and a lot of times outright lying. And when they get called on it, what do? I'm not the news. No, I'm a comedian. I don't need to tell the truth. Time and time again. But damn, Jon Stewart mocks Nancy Pelosi's stock market acumen. Legal corruption is so fucking lucrative. Comedian Jon Stewart targeted Representative Nancy Pelosi for mockery on a recent episode of Comedy Central, The Daily Show, saying Pelosi and other members of Congress have insiders' information that they blatantly use for personal financial gain. What's even worse is there's been bills put forth to stop this, and the Democrats have stopped it every single time. What does that tell you? Because they have insider trading. They don't want to give it up. They want to make their millions of dollars. Jon Stewart used New Jersey Senator Robert Mendez' ongoing corruption trial to springboard into Pelosi during Monday's show. He said Mendez didn't need to break the law so cartoonishly when the legal corruption in the Senate is so fucking lucrative. Here's another issue I have. Who's that jackass, the New York House member that just got tossed out because he's under investigation for lying and some other stuff? Democrats threw a major hissy fit over it. Senator Mendez is still in office, and he has multiple charges on the federal level and going to court. But yet, he hasn't been forced out of office. 2 tiers of justice? I think so, people. The comedian used an undated clip of Peter Schwartz on C-SPAN, noting that the average senator stock portfolio has beat the stock market 12% of the time versus the average hedge fund at just 7% of the time. How do they do it? Stewart asked sarcastically. The seeker's understanding of the intricate interconnectivity of global markets. I'm kidding. They have insider information. Oh, let's see. Let's play a couple. I better not. They'll ding me for copyright. It's Congress that has refused to even hold a vote on the bills that have been proposed to ban members of Congress from trading stocks, because not letting members of Congress insider trade would be un-American. Just listen to one of the biggest beneficiaries of this stock windfall. He then cut to a video of Nancy Pelosi at a press conference answering a question about whether or not representatives and their spouse should be able to trade individual stocks during their term. This is a free market, and people, we're a free market economy. They should be able to participate in that, Pelosi said. Stewart wasn't buying it. In a free market, everyone has access to the same information. So unless you're going to put all of us on the committee, I don't get it. I don't normally agree with Jon Stewart. This one, I will agree 100% with Jon Stewart. They should not be allowed to trade stocks. I mean, in the long run, they're going to find backdoor ways of doing it. But we shouldn't make it that easy on them. It just... I don't know what we're going to do, people. This is not the country I was born into. I'll tell you that right now. Right around Bush, Obama era, we took a real bad turn. Real bad turn. And it's... Sometimes I wonder, can we get back to where we were? Or any resemblance of what we were? But we're such a divided country right now. There's such a split. And yeah, I'm going to point the fingers at the Democrat Party. Because if it wasn't for division, people realize the bullshit that they're up to and open their eyes and then buy into the everything's racist, everything's xenophobic, everything's sexist, everything's this, everything's that. They would realize the Democrat Party is fucking us over royally. We're getting damaged big time by this current party. This is not Democrat Party of even Bill Clinton, let alone Kennedy. And the flip-flop I've seen with some of these politicians, the extreme flip that they're willing to do is appalling. I couldn't live with myself on how much of a flip they do. I am who I am. Take me, leave me. I don't give a flying. These people will flip their stance faster than the wind changes. They have no morals, no ethics. And there's on the Republican side too, we got cocksuckers like that. And I call them out. But one good thing that was this week, that trial in New York, that hush money trial is not going good for Alvin Braggs. It's not looking good. I mean, it's bad when you have MSNBC, CNN, and they're going, yeah, this testimony sucks. Stormy Daniels' testimony sucked. We haven't seen a crime put forth. You always got that one idiot amongst the crowd. Oh, yeah, well, if you look at this way, if you look at the sun through 3 pairs of binoculars and through a right angle, you can see the ass end of a jackass. And I know none of that made sense. That's exactly my point. I'm loving this mug. This is the first time I've used it. Kept my coffee nice and hot. Yeah, as much as I don't like it, if you go to TikTok, go to the store, take a look at the t-shirts, the hoodies, the pint glasses, the coffee mugs, travel mugs. I have it set up. I don't think I make anything off of them. But if you want some, go ahead, buy. I'd appreciate it. Just like if you want, each corner, you'll see a QR code. If you want to send me a tip, I'd appreciate it. If you don't, that's cool. I make no money off these shows at all. I spend a lot of money setting everything up, software, hardware. And there's always stuff that's going on I got to shell out for, and I don't mind because I enjoy doing this. But if you want to chip in a couple dollars, I'd greatly appreciate it. Don't forget tonight, 9 p.m. Pacific, not specific, Pacific Standard Time, 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's right. BZ's, where'd he go? Where'd he go? Because I want to get everything right. I don't want to give the misinformation on his show. I don't like to do that. BZ's Berserk Bobcat Saloon Radio Show with special guest Lonnie Poindexter. That'll be 8 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Central, 11 p.m. Eastern. Damn, I was off big time, wasn't I? See, that's why I like to read from his stuff, because I don't know his stuff inside and out. But he's doing a special show tonight, right after, an hour after my show, right here on Rumble. Just search for SHR Media. Conservative media done right.
Conservative media done right. You're listening to the SHR Media Network.
All right, people. I want to see if we can get one more article in. Trump's attorney made Swiss cheese out of Michael Cohen's testimony, raising questions of perjury. Some people might ask, how did Cohen perjure himself? Earlier in his testimony, Cohen has said that he called Trump's bodyguard, Keith Schiller, on October 24, 2016, to discuss the matter of paying porn star Stormy Daniels. And there's records of a phone call. Well, it ends up, he never talked to Trump. That's not what the phone call was about. It's pointed out the text message Cohen sent minutes before calling, asking how he should handle a 14-year-old's harassing phone calls to him, to which Schiller responded, "Call me." Cohen said he believed he also spoke to Trump, and it was pushed back, asking how that was possible on a call that only lasted a minute and 33 seconds. And I believe he later on admitted that maybe he didn't talk to Trump. This man has lied. He lied to a judge saying that he was guilty of these charges. Then another judge, he said he was not guilty of those charges, that he lied about it. He lied to Congress. He lied on his taxes. But no, he's telling the truth this time. But at one point, he might get perjury charges against him. I doubt it. But I could also see the Democrats being pissed off and throwing those charges at him because he failed to produce testimony that was damaging to Trump. And for that jackass on Twitter, there's your evidence of the perjury. There's the evidence that Michael Cohen did more damage to the case than he helped. There's been a couple of people I've seen step forward that are admitting they're liberals. And they've been on several juries. And that they feel that this jury will be impartial. Well, I don't know. I'm not there. But he talked about a couple cases he was on that he felt it should have went this way, but the evidence wasn't there to prove it, so they didn't go that way. What we got going on is witch hunts. I don't want to say witch hunts. They're political attacks. And I really hate Democrats that use the word, the Republicans are fascist and they're authoritarian. They want to do. That's exactly what this asshole Biden is doing. He's using his political control to attack his political opponent and try to jail his political opponent. That's fascism. He controls the media. The Democrat Party controls the media. They control the narrative. That's fascism. They want to disarm the American people. Fascism. They want government-controlled schooling. Everything they want the government telling us what to say, and when, except for abortion. They want those on demand. And to see our great commander-in-chief talking about Mother's Day this past Sunday. but then praise abortion. It's kind of contradiction of each other. All right, guys, I'll be back Monday. Yeah, today's Friday. Monday, 9 p.m. right here on SHR Media through YouTube. Well, that would be Reaver of Common Sense. Through Rumble, that's SHR Media. Twitter, Reaver of Common Sense. Facebook, SHR Media. And so much more. Spreaker, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple. If you want to catch the show, there's a way to do it. Until Monday, everybody, at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, have a great weekend.